move. So we have some of the Viking, the type of carrots that we think would have been available at the time, which were the same as our carrots, except no the orange carrots that came through in the 17th century. These would have been mainly purple, black, and kind of white. These are just a range of some of them. They're a bit tired now because we've been here since Saturday. But lots of greens, so the cabbages and the kales. Nothing like spinach because that hadn't come in yet. Green beans, broad beans. No green beans or French beans, or anything like that. But field beans, broad beans, which can be used as a fresh vegetable, but also you can dry the beans and then grind them for flour, if need be. If your cereal crop fails. There was celery, but not as common as everything else. Parsnips, turnips, nothing like Swede, which were a breed, they were a hybrid that came later. Certainly nothing like potatoes, tomatoes, coffee, tobacco, all those things that came across from America later on. They weren't in Europe at that time. But certainly the cabbages and the kales. Fruit-wise, things like apples, pears, plums, they were very readily available. And a lot of that evidence comes from the archaeological finds and what they've been able to analyse, from the things that are dried that have been put into grave goods. But also the Anglo-Saxons, with the monasteries, they were actually recording
Barry,
stuff.
Are you still in there?
No, he's gone there. So they were actually recording and having correspondence between the monks and the abbots and things in England and Europe. But even things like the Venerable Bede, he was writing down in the set they would use, and therefore they were obviously growing them, so presumably they would be using them in cooking as well. And as I say, from the archaeological finds, they can find a lot these days as to what was actually in there. So we're pretty confident about the type of vegetables that would have been grown at the time. We have to guess how they would have cooked from a lot of experimental stuff. I mean, the amount of metal that we have in a firebox like this wouldn't be authentic, particularly. There's far too much metal in there for a normal family to be able to afford. But where we're reenacting, obviously we'd be very chuffed if we dug a fire pit down in the ground or whatever, so we have to do it the best way we can. But certainly the evidence for cooking stews, in cauldrons and things, communally, is a lot more common. So yes, they did have spit roasts, which is what everybody thinks of, but you wouldn't do them very often. They'd be for feasting and high seasons. And part of that is because it's very wasted. A lot of the fat and everything goes into the fire and is wasted, and it's a lot of effort. Somebody has to sit and rotate it and such like. So getting everything into a stew pot is a lot more valuable in terms of keeping the nutrition in there. And you just add to it from day on day. So it's not like you can't say that you've had a fish stew today and a mutton stew tomorrow. It would just be whatever's left in the pot today, you'd just be adding into it, so it keeps going. And also you'd use different parts of the fire. So people tend to think that, think of a roaring fire. In actual fact, you do most of your cooking over the embers. And you can bake in the embers as well.
So, the year is 867, and in the fields surrounding the Abbey of Whitby, the monks are peacefully working. When the attacking army of Viking raiders send a small group to make their presence known. The Northumbrian lords respond quickly, sending a small group of their own homegrown warriors to the field. To push back these Viking marauders before they harm these peace-loving monks and nuns. the sea, hoping to conquer lands as they go with the intention of reaching as far as York.
What are we doing?
And here, the proud Northumbrian army take to the field, led by Osbert and Ayla. This is an uneasy...
These are members of my church. Why are they there? Because they...
larger. And this time we start the formation of the force now, accompanied by the cyclists, throwing their way into the line, forcing their way through. A different tactic, going to cause the Saxon line to break apart. Allowing the Vikings to kill them from behind as well as them fighting the men in front of them. It's a risky tactic. You think they lose a good section of your strongest fighters. But in other ways, it gives you an absolute definite advantage, allowing you to really take apart your opposition. Still the banners of the leaders, Osbert and Ayla, fly high. They themselves remain standing, even as men decide to return. As the Silver Horde, and each member to be part of the Silver Horde. Unsurprisingly, he's lying down. The table sees the warrior there, he died on his shield just in case the grass is a bit down. So, our two final war bands.
Ready? Stay line, close up. Wounded! Hit!
He's a big enough target, come on.